I mean, at this point, we have to read the signs. We have to be able to pick up on this skill. Because, I mean, I even tried to, like, watch the video. I actually like the video just because of this signal right there. But then you think about it, women with high IQs would also be single and alone. Because what else is left out there? I mean, the problem is that capitalism is so isolating. It's such a crippling ideology that you can't even establish a single bit of truth. Everything gets destroyed. Everything gets stripped away. Like, you try to build some truth, you try to fucking argue your way out of this, you kind of talking to a fucking wall most of the time. Capitalism is absolutely crippling. You can buy tons of things. Those things are going to be real. You can have conversations about money with your boss, right? In your workplace. You can try to do that. You can try to be motivated by money. You're going to go very far. But the moment you try to fucking understand problems is you will always fail. Not only you will fail, you will tumble down into a fucking pit of hell where people are arguing of like high IQ is not good enough. You should say intelligent men. I mean, what the fuck is going on here? What are we arguing about anymore? Definitely we're not doing anything smart anymore. And you can easily end up talking to a fucking wall about meaningless things and wasting your time. Intellectual slop will burn you alive in capitalism. You will be burnt alive. This is probably like the most empowering statement of all time. It's so easy to get lost, to just clamp into a swamp of intellectual slop, right? You can build a swamp out of this shit. But what I never see, I mean, Americans can never fucking lift weights on this one. They can never criticize intellectual slop. They can never bring it up as a questionable thing in the first place. You criticize other people, the only thing that's going to show up is the haters, right? The fanboys, the crybabies. Or nobody's going to show up. Nobody's going to fucking nod their head of like, yeah, this is the thing we have to avoid. If we're stripping things away, there's not that much time for intellectual nonsense. Either you have to be precise and you have to work shit out successfully, or you're reading too much into it and you're amplifying the pain. It shouldn't be there. Now, the first thing you will encounter in life are the stupid people, right? They will be so glad, so happy to drag you into intellectual slop so you never can get out. They're so entertained by saying bullshit things, by, renting your brain cells, frying your brain. Like, it's actively happening. You're actively under attack from every angle. The more you allow those stupid thoughts to manifest, the more time you spend on that shit, the less you will be able to actually perceive reality, because that's the point of intellect, is to perceive reality for what it is. Lucky for me, I can like build anxiety and I don't have to do anything. I can just chill because it's summertime, right? So that's the first chain comes off. Even if I get all like these insights of like I've been doing intellectual slop for way too long, like half of the time potentially. But yeah, now like more and more I want to avoid it. More and more I see just the full compilation of people uh festering in that energy when all you have to do is build relationships, do something fucking tangible. Holy shit. Match the energy of like you spend $2, you can get a tangible product in your fucking hands. What can you do that's also tangible besides spending money? That's it. That's the only thing you have to answer to yourself. We have to actually, like, grip ourselves, shake ourselves, and fucking figure out how to make things tangible again. Because we're fucking losing our minds, intellectually slopping off, like, oh, there's a problem over there. Like, solve the problem. Let's start solving the problem. Let's do something. Let's build something, bro. Oh, the fucking dating apps don't work. We can build a dating app. Anyone can do that one. All right? We can build it. You can create it. That would be tangible. You know? It will take some time, but the moment you have a goal, no one's gonna stop you because you're busy now. All right? And you talking about tangible things, I'm building this thing, you have better ideas of what I should be doing with my time. Because I'm trying to solve this tangible problem. I mean, would you want to build a game anymore? When you grow up, probably falls apart. Like, there's a lot of intellectual slop that people want to see you mature out of. If it gives you happiness, that's great, but that's not the point. Like, when capitalism strips everything away from you, fun and games will not give you happiness anymore. It's not tangible anymore. Right? Fun and games might have been fun when you were able to tell your friend, if I beat this level, I completed this fucking game. It was tangible back then, but no one's gonna be impressed anymore. Unless your internet friends will be impressed. Oh my god. You better fucking clip that shit, am I right? Man, I can't believe it. But I've been festering in this shit for way too long, not realizing how much damage it actually can do. Now, I'm not saying it's like a breaking point for all my arguments ever made, because my life just never had opportunities fed into it. You don't feed opportunities. I don't get to socialize, I don't get to grow any connections, nothing, bro. My life is not wholesome anymore. I'm just a survivor. And, it's kind of pathetic. It's kind of pathetic, but it's not my fault if I'm a survivor or not. And again, we will only see if, like, this intellectual slop insight is actually going to change my behavior somehow significantly. I just want to avoid the stupid shit. I just want to avoid repetitivity. What? How can I not say that? Repetitivity. Wow, that's a funny word, actually. A lot of the drama does devolve into, like, intellectual slop, unfortunately. People are not chasing meaning as much as they're supposed to. They're chasing fucking easy things they can chase. They chase based on their own abilities, but not their own desires. Every time someone makes me feel bad, I chase making other person feel bad. Have you chased meaning? Because it's meaningless. So the funny thing is, like, a lot of narcissists, they feel smart to themselves, because it's like, well, but what can you do without money? Right? It's always come up. What would you do without money, bro? Everything is built on money. And it's like, that's not far-fetched, actually. That is not intellectual slop. That's a strong argument. And you can actually start from this point and start building from this point, or rebuilding what has been lost. You have the law of convergence under capitalism, and it tends to destroy things. Because the funny thing is, most people waste their energy in order to see what comes out of it. Right? I can spend $2. I want to see who's going to win the race. We spend attention. We are fucking locked in to see, like, who's going to win a competition, blah, blah, blah. Who's number one. We're locked in. I was locked in to see fucking big number go up. PewDiePie, Mr. Beast, who's on the top. We're locked in. We're fucking prisoners of this shit. But something else is happening in the background. You are growing as a person. That should not be challenged. by this, convergence. Guys, I haven't been looking at my own channel for a long time, so I'm definitely using it as a reference. Again, I have the LARP channel, so something's brewing there as well. Definitely Kira brought the new level to intellectual slop of what is possible out there. Another convergence is just trying to be mesmerized by the news. Like, if you don't need additional activity, don't add it to the list. You don't need that doom scroll. You don't need that information. You should get increasingly more offended. Now, I kind of can lay back and just not worry about a thing. But I'm still actively, like, paying attention. This is the most dangerous thing. This is the thing that I'm constantly talking to myself about of, like, we're not going to pass. No intellectual slop here. This is not going to pass my system. If there's too much, we have to do something else. We have to fix this problem. This is a serious problem. Again, it can sound smart. It can sound like, well, I'm sharing my problems. I'm actively analyzing my problems. But, like, damn, like, it doesn't have anything tangible to it. You're not making progress, bro. So many people just say things and they don't actually explain if they even have a fucking plan to tackle any of this. They don't say what they're gonna do. If you don't say what you're gonna do, like, you're just slopping, bro. At least run an experiment. At least make people interested in your next move. Don't make yourself predictable of, like, well, we all said that life fucking sucks. We all nodded and agreed with each other. And someone disagreed with you because they're snarky pieces of shit. And that's it. And we just move on. As if nothing happened. As if nothing was meant to happen. As if we can just identify problems and leave them alone. Are you fucking kidding me? Since when we do that? Right? That is the gravity of a drunken intellectual. A drunken intellectual just sees something happening and he's like, well, I'll have a lot to talk about with my friends. He's not actually going to tackle the problem. He's not going to poke the bear. None of that shit's going to change. He's not going to be acting in the situation. He's just going to be a happy little observer drinking his fucking beer, getting drunk on the whole side, enjoying whether it's good or bad that what is going on out there. And he's just going to be like happy being a fucking ghost. Happy not existing. What, you don't like news? I don't like that people put themselves in a horrible state of being. Bad thing happened over there, and it's like sometimes there's not a lot of evidence to support any of the claims. Sometimes it feels like a distraction. It's always like open-ended. It's almost like it's never resolved. It probably adds more questions than answers, the fucking news. You're always just waiting, when is this gonna fucking end? When is this one ending, bro? For fuck's sake, where's the COVID ending, bro? For fuck's sake, man. Oh, finally. Oh, thank God, it's normal again. Nothing's normal. Nothing ever normalizes. Alright, there's always the next thing that's supposed to fucking end. There's always just a jail sentence that gets refreshed every single time you click refresh. It is refreshed. You find it's 3 more days. Just 3 more days. More and more conflicts. More and more fucking slop to eat. News are never over, and guess what, right? Like, people will never shut the fuck up. They will never shut up. As if they're riddled with anxiety, as if they feel that they're solving something. They feel like they're making progress, and it's like, damn, are you kidding me? If you know me, I get pissed at Americans. I get pissed at UK as well. And guess what? Same thing happens, right? The news. The news coming from the hotspots, the convergence locations. I would almost want to like spend time and craft red dots of like, okay, I listened to you and I don't want to listen to you anymore. Someone else gets to speak. It's like you lay out the entire world, and it's like, well, you guys are very loud over there in America. I want to silence the shit out of you. Or there's like different parts in America that they can still speak. Like people in Alaska, you want to say something, I'm listening. But everyone else gotta shut the fuck up. Internet does not filter that shit. Whoever is the loudest and the proudest, they get to speak, man. They get to just vomit their slop. And people pick that shit up. In a way, there's a sad reality to, like, smart men, right? Smart men do not want to engage in capitalism. Again, they just kind of back away. Like, I can't do everything for you. I can't solve every fucking problem out there. It's so overwhelming. The only problem I'm willing to solve is survival. Thank you very much. Everyone else, fuck yourselves. Alright? Smart men are just like very affected by the state of the world. Like, I'm sensitive. The most important, the most tangible thing I was able to do for myself is to establish activity. Right? It's the first thing you do. Like, I know I'm gonna be lonely, but there's one thing I can do. I can do something while I'm just existing. And it's the darkest thing you can fucking think of, like why humanity would create something like this. Right? I tell you what's going on actually. Right? So who's successful out there? Who's the most successful person that was able to transcend just sitting and looking at his TV? Who's so fucking smart they were able to actually peel off from the convergence? The fact that you're lonely is kind of an achievement, right? Is the nice privilege to sit in front of the convergence television where everything is happening, right? All the action is somewhere else. Nothing's happening in your life. But you sit there alone and you watch things alone. And no one stops you from thinking whatever you want to think. When you have a bunch of people sitting down, they want to flicker channels, they want to say their insertion opinions, they want to mess things up. There's more chaos when there's more observers. When there's just you watching what's going on in the world, you can actually control the situation properly. Unless there's someone else who will offer themselves to trust you. You can subscribe to my channel, and I'll show you some real things that the world is actually doing in the current time. I will peel you off from the distraction and turn the TV to where it actually fucking matters. Everyone controls this, but not everyone can be trusted to control what I's supposed to be looking at right now. There's 99 channels that serve you slop, but only one channel that is above all the rest. And trust me, it tends to constantly change where you have to go. You have to constantly navigate. I've been in the mental ward. 13 months. Sounds awful, sounds like it would, kill all my arguments and all my smart ideas, but man, that's the fucking system. What can I do? You can't talk to the system right now. You can't figure out what actually happened. You can't judge for yourself. But one thing I can tell you is that I lived there, right? 13 months I lived in a different location. That's the ultimate punishment. You serve your fucking time, whatever that means, to prove that you're not that fucking crazy, and you get out. There was a guy with a TV, and I got a comfortable spot to see through it, right? But he had the controls. It wasn't always simple. It wasn't always satisfying what he would switch onto, right? It wouldn't always appeal to me. But that's the difference when you have all the freedom. That's the difference of freedom. You are in control of what to observe. And if people don't need your screen and your television, I mean, fuck yeah, dude. More time for me to do whatever I want. With the caveat being that I do also have to observe real life so my eyes don't fry. And then you realize, yeah, it's very difficult to have a partner, to have a woman in your life when we're only doing observation. It's very difficult to do tangible things to begin with. But what gets really fucking crazy is that woman cannot easily be trusted. What you might have to end up sharing a fucking screen. If you don't know what you're doing, or a woman doesn't know what she's doing, it's very difficult to build a relationship. And that's great. If you're missing building blocks, why would you fucking care? If there's no starting point, there's no reason to care. You can be a crazy person and manifest something out of nothing. I can't wait you to try. But naturally, stupid people are the ones that's supposed to do something out of nothing. Right? Something out of nothing is chaos energy. It's goddamn expensive, that one. You don't want yourself to do it. You must allocate this to someone else. Don't stand in front lines, my friend. You're only gonna get shot, bombed, your head will explode in front lines. Let other people do it. They think they know how to build a relationship, but they're gonna build one relationship, feel so good about themselves, and disappear from existence. That's not a skill. A skill is something you do over and over again. It doesn't stop. The moment you pick up a skill, you keep doing it. So what they're actually doing is creating chaos. When people pick up their partners, now they're with a partner, and they lock themselves up. They create chaos of, like, they create emptiness. But it's a big creation of, like, well, emptiness? Eventually you guys all disappear. Eventually you guys all have partners. And then the people who actually have freedom, they get to live their life normally again. Why would evil people enjoy? That's not relationship. That's not relationship. What are you talking about? We're not creating relationship under capitalism. We're creating convergence destruction. We're joining two people together. Only death can separate them because they're fucking stupid. They're just motherfucking stupid. Why is loneliness constantly the final boss? That's the only thing they have against you. That's the only thing they have, bro. They can only flex that, well, they're not lonely. They have everything figured out. But they never want to share any of this with you. It's like a billionaire. A billionaire has everything figured out, but he locks himself up with money and masturbates with money. What the fuck is that? You want all the power. Game over now? That's it? You win the game? Well, what's going on? It's never enough for them. Oh no, before I lock myself up, I have to get even more money. But then they do build a bunker. They do want to lock themselves up in this relationship with their own money. Fucking morons are creating the dumbest relationships imaginable, just one-sided relationships. They're gonna be closed loop. And they're gonna be unreachable. This is what you get. When a person becomes unreachable, they're basically dead. A lot of famous people slowly become unreachable, slowly sink into this, and no one is even noticing that they're doing that. It's just one step at a time, you can go sideways into becoming unreachable. And this is it. This is the capitalism ghost definition or destruction definition of what happens when they get you. I mean, first of all, to become unreachable truly is to die, right? So it's an interlocking definition. It's both death and you're not being able to participate in anyone's life. Lonely people will get more and more hungry, while at the same time, there's going to be less and less people in the way who can pose themselves as if they have something figured out. No matter how many survivors, the problem will still attempt to solve itself. Alright, so you have to advertise. And the best thing to advertise is that you exist. You constantly advertise, hey, I exist, guys. Hey, look at me. The moment someone says, oh, you want attention, they're becoming unreachable because they're complaining in your face. This is the ultimate disease of capitalism. This is how they get you, bro. Fucking call it COVID, if anything. That's the one. That's the ultimate virus. Alright, God comes to you. What will God want from you? God first and foremost will want to reach you. If he can't reach you, you're fucked. Alright? He will not give you the antidote. You can't be lonely and unreachable at the same time. It doesn't work. It's a contradiction. And yet, a lot of people who are intellectually slopping about loneliness, they're not reachable. You can't talk to them. Like, the hypocrisy becomes fucking unbelievable. Like, again, most people don't even know if you're a man or a woman on the internet. We just build assumptions out of fucking ass. But that's the point. That's the God. God is anything. It could be the greatest person trying to talk to you. You don't fucking respond. Well, I'm sorry, it's game over now. That's the game. That's what you have to pay attention to. Listen very carefully. Bro, God forbid you make some bullshit excuse in your head of like, well, I'm actually atheist. That's completely meaningless. What are you talking about? God is like the fundamental X in the solution. It just can be anything. It's anything, bro. Any possibility. And yes, you're going to filter things out. And over time, unveil what the possibility actually was. You will solve the equation while it's happening. But until then, allow anything to happen. Be reachable. So many times, like, if you don't think this is the most important thing, then I've been wasting my fucking time. What was I doing? I was talking to people until they became unreachable. That's it. I must have made progress. I must have exposed their fucking dark side. If you're unreachable, it must be really bad. And it sounds like it makes sense. It's almost like the opposite is true. I'm not collecting subscribers. I reach people who were able to be reached. That's the only way you can describe it. To where my subscribers are valued at much greater capacity. Now, there's a lot of excuses that we manage to create, but that's your job, is to figure out how do you reduce the excuses. Even my mom is unreachable when I talk straight into her fucking face. The excuse is that she cannot hear me, cannot understand me, cannot pay attention, cannot fucking reply, blah blah blah. It just keeps on adding excuses to where like the person is right there in its fucking realist form imaginable, unreachable, fucking garbage. My mom does not have a single link to me besides, well, we share her money. Yay. You know, government is able to reach me through my mom. My mom's money, which comes from the government, reaches me. Government is trying to reach out to me. That's great. Thank you very much. Government try to keep me alive. That's not something you can say about most people. It's hard to even comprehend who even built a system like that wants to keep you alive. Wow, that's beautiful, isn't it? It calls you mentally ill, but it still wants to keep you alive as a result of that. It's like, what does that even make sense to? You would think it's the opposite is true of like if you're a very smart person, they would want to keep you alive if you're valuable. No, it's just like, it's not that hard keeping people alive, apparently. Okay, that's cool. And the funny thing is, I was unreachable. Up to this point, I wasn't reached by that opportunity. Until I found it. You know, and I'm like, shit. That makes too much sense. I have to just focus on that one right now. I mean, it's a sign of a very smart country, if anything. Imagine people who do drugs, right? They become less reachable. That's the problem. Every single time is the same problem. You get preoccupied with something and all these opportunities start slipping through your fingers. And if opportunities slip through your fingers, you become useless. And we have to actually get rid of you. Put you aside because you cannot channel energy. We cannot give you energy because you're not going to channel it. You're just going to fucking steal it. You're going to waste it. We can't give you anything. Right? The best thing we can do is push you aside. So you stop bothering everyone who's trying to interact with you. You gotta stop appearing as a fucking NPC, basically. When you have no useful dialogue options, what's the point? There was one unbelievably crazy thing that happened. So I started talking to my friend who was, started to bully me with therapy of like, you have to get therapy. And it's like, are you saying that just because you're saying words? Now you're just fucking saying words. Like, okay, where am I gonna find therapy? You know, there's no such thing where we live, right? Like, are you that fucking crazy? In a lot of situations, there's not even a such thing. But okay, alright? A friend should never tell you that because this is useless. And what is this supposed to do? It's not doing anything. Therapy is just like talking to someone, to be able to trust someone, right? Big fucking deal. And usually it's also not cheap either. It's not a thing. But people create this thing to do another layer of unreachability. Of either they talking fucking nonsense out of their ass just to say things, just to pretend that they have some kind of solution, or if you actually dump your feelings onto a therapist, well, your feelings are no longer valid for friendship. They're just dumped of like, well, I don't need these feelings and those feelings, and the therapist is going to be like, well, that's pretty sad that you don't need those feelings, that nobody's here to listen to you. That's pretty fucking sad. That's the job of a friend. That's the responsibility, that very tangible responsibility that people have, is to feel safe expressing themselves and communicating their feelings and whatnot. It should be fucking safe with your friends. Unless they become unreachable. The end. Didn't last very long, did it? So it goes both ways. Either they offer you therapy or they go through therapy. Both situations lead to the same result of less reachability. Because either they're busy dumping their feelings and they will not have much to talk about with you, or they will actively tell you to dump your feelings to someone else. Wow. Amazing. Again, for me it's hard. I don't have a therapy person. I have a whole channel to dump my feelings onto. It feels permanent enough to where, like, yeah, I guess that works. If you want to tangibly ship with another person, you have to have the skill of unleashing emotions. Right? You absolutely want to unleash yourself when God is standing next to you, because holy shit, does it feel good to finally be confirmed of, like, yes, your feelings are heard by the most important person in life imaginable, right? That God himself hears you. That is the moment you need to be ready for. But most importantly, again, you have to keep doing it. You have to unleash your feelings when you feel that something is not going correct, when you have to fix the situation. Some drama is unavoidable, right? You have to put up the stop signs to be able to fix the road. Feelings accumulate, they could turn into cancer anytime. If you don't unleash what's inside you, brewing, you know? It's like, well, it's there, but it can't come out. What does that mean? It's gonna be stuck there. It's gonna die there, even though it was never meant to be inside in the first place. Just a feeling. It has to come out one way or the other. Idiots scream, artists make art. Moral people say how it is. I wonder how God unleashes the emotions, though. Fucking meditates until, like, he can't take it anymore, and bam! All the emotions served in one go. A compilation of emotions. Boom. The greatest act ever made. Fucking, this one swoop of comedy stand-up. Let's go. Fully improvised. Nothing gets repeated. Let's go. Like, that's the scary part, man. Like, you never know when you, like, get into habit of writing scripts and all of a sudden it's gonna block your emotions. That's not good, man. You have to always be ready to poop that shit. Fucking, don't shit your pants. You know, life happens and feelings happen, but, like, readiness is everything. Understanding how reality works can make you feel ready. Can make you feel not ready, but work can be done to make you ready. When you dump emotions, yet again, it alleviates a lot of burden. You become more reachable, and you can dedicate some of the emotions to certain people. You can fill your pockets now. You know, pull your gun out and bam, give what people deserve when they approach you. Not gonna lie though, life does contain opportunities. You know, the takeable ones. I can't say no one's gonna gift you opportunities, but they often look like a conveyor belt. Opportunity spins a wheel, and you see it in this moment of, like, shit, do I have to take it or not? What do I do? The funny thing is, Stupid people do tend to unleash themselves. They can't contain it anymore. Stupid people unleash very, very quickly. But for that purpose, for the convergence purpose, they take the opportunity just to like get that out of the way because that's the hardest thing. They know they can't fucking handle that shit. I was nobody's opportunity. No one took me. They know I'm not the opportunity. They know I'm too complicated. Everyone else is like, well, Pretty Woman, super simple for them, right? So they be chasing simplicity, and women don't have to do shit, basically. Just look pretty for as long as possible. You will be, you'll feel like you're presenting yourself as an opportunity for people. The end. It's not even that deep for them. Playing easy mode. Men don't live lives like that at all. Men actually have to live fulfilling lives before they even chase an opportunity. Women are, again, like if you living an easy life, it's the hardest life to live. Easy life, like, doesn't offer you fucking anything. You take all the benefits, you take all the basics, but you don't get instructions. You don't get the most important things. You get the basics, but people start brainwashing you and bombarding you. Like, you have to scramble for order in your life. So, just because women's life is easy doesn't mean like it yields anything. Easiness doesn't yield anything. Only when you make it difficult can you start pumping gas. The problem is, like, opportunity is supposed to be like everywhere. You should feel connected to society. It's not supposed to be that difficult at all. If society doesn't take care of itself, then it's gonna fall apart. And it's gonna make way for a real society that does not fall apart. You just let that happen. Anytime people are unable to tell you of, like, well, that's how you get a girlfriend. Anytime they fail to answer that simple question, and instead interrogate you why you're single. You're single for so long, that's weird. That's two different things. Like, either they give you something tangible, or they inspecting a crack in the system and they don't know what to do. They're just panicking. Two different things happening. Alright? And it's like, help them panic off, like, whoa, I have no idea why I'm single. What am I gonna do now? That's crazy. Just help them panic, because fuck these guys, bro. Fuck them all. Yes, it's a double-edged sword. I can't say that it's good or bad. I cannot define the state of being. It is what it is. That's the problem. You cannot blame yourself. You have to blame the entire system around you. Everyone else takes the blame. I can only move on. Like, if someone finds a job of figuring out how to turn single people into whatever next level word is, because I don't know what that is. A couple? If someone figures this shit out and makes their life purpose, then thank you very much. You finally figured it out, huh? I mean, this is where you can get the most money of all time, by the way. Like, this is something anyone would pay you the most money for. Fucking giving relationship advice. I can already become billionaire, trillionaire, quadrillionaire, fucking biggest number ever invented in humanity. Just this one fucking skill, apparently. I guess. fuck is that? Like, why was that never existed? How could have that be so utterly destroyed? Why was that the easiest thing to destroy in the first place? Again, we had to survive intellectual slop to get this far. People burden themselves with a bunch of useless information, and we make no progress eventually. Eventually, you reach your dead end. But what if we kept going? We have to take the hypothetical of we're not stopping. We just keep going. We keep going, we keep making progress. Will we be able to arrive at the solution of, well, where do we have to go if we want a solution to why was this so easily destroyed? How can you easily block relationships? Introducing possibilities. So the infinity of possibilities. And the best example is, like, you can turn into any human being. You can be Superman, Batman. Every single time you turn into something else, though, than yourself, than your real self, every time you lose relationship points with yourself. Oh, a lot of people turn Super Saiyans lately. Uh-oh. Not very useful in real life. It's yet again another layer of intellectual slop to be able to observe something that is not you and pretend that it is you. It is you, the superhero. I relate so much. I fight crime every day. Nobody fucking did that. Nobody found themselves fighting crime every day, dude. What's so inspiring about it? It's slop. You consumed superhero slop. Congratulations. You could have watched any other movie. It's the slop one, actually. It's the disassociation slop. The possibilities are endless, but sometimes chasing them is gonna waste your reachability once again. So that's another thing gonna shut you down. If you're a superhero, you won't talk to a normal human being anymore, are you? I can be anything when I grow up. I want to be a YouTuber. And you live someone else's dream. That's what happens, though. Like, you want to be a YouTuber, but you end up licking someone else's butt anyways. Well, that's not very good, because that's a waste of time, okay? If you want to be something, you can't just let that overrule your own existence, your own reachability. Because you become more reachable if you actually upload videos, right? Instead of admiring other YouTubers. Why are you admiring? Are you mimicking other YouTubers in any way? Are you following them in any way of whatever they're doing? Are you doing any of that shit yourself? Who are you protecting? Such a parasocial disassociation is terrifying that people engage in that shit at all. Such, like, wasteful admiration for others. It shouldn't fucking hurt you. Like, let's say I hate Oliver Tree. I think he's a piece of fucking shit. But he died, so he hurts. He's now my new body part because he died. Yeah, I can touch your new body part by saying Oliver Tree is a pile of fucking shit. He's a pile of feces. Oh, I touched your fucking pee-pee. No? Instead of possibilities, people end up projecting pieces of themselves outwards into the wilderness. Instead of being bigger and better, they split themselves into tiny pieces. It's abysmal, dude. Their only identity is someone else's identity. Man, that's fucking crazy. lock them up, and throw away the key so they can gather themselves back up again. Holy crap. What a miserable fucking being. That's why things get destroyed so easily. People destroy themselves every fucking day of the week. They find the most toxic things to do, the most toxic ideologies to follow. Everything is toxic. Everything is a death spiral. You know? And it's such an uncomfortable feeling seeing everyone just killing themselves in just various ways. Like the greatest invention ever spread is a virus for these people. That's their greatest thing. That's the thing that they can't shut the fuck up about. It's my favorite thing. Remember when the virus happened? It was my favorite. It explains the most things because it's all about self-destruction. It's all about self-projection onto the other things. The biggest intellectual slop is arguing your way into defending some fucking concept. Okay, you're not defending celebrity, but you're defending some concept that may or may not matter. Because you're never going to get a tangible thing, whether someone changes their mind or doesn't change their mind, it doesn't fucking matter. What matters is you learn something. I feel like the most attractive thing you can say to a person, wow, I've learned something. Thank you. You don't have to explain what it is. You're just thankful because you learned something. Simple. Undeniable. I've seen this struggle to be like in the state of unreachability for such a long time. It's just the same amount of time since I was observing that jobs are boring and stupid and just improperly put together. They're not flexible. You have to chase them, not the other way around. It's sad. If a job truly existed, it knocks on my door, it looks at me of like, okay, what you're capable of. Let's do some tests. No. Let's do some tests. Maybe you're capable of doing this job right now. Yeah, let's sit down. Let's do some tests. Don't worry about it. And they just talking about of like what you could be doing, and it's like, damn, that's some interesting shit. No deal, because that's the 15th person that came here, and I already have pretty good opportunities. No deal. That's what should be happening in a real reality, not a destroyed reality where nothing fucking actually exists. You know, AI is not gonna steal your fucking job. AI is gonna send you like a robot because you have a job now to talk to people, to build relationships. Your first job will be to rebuild something that has been lost for ages now. Your reachability has to be rebuilt. And AI can fucking do that. And we'll have our jobs back. Oh, because of your fucking sorry ass not working hard enough to build your reachability. You'll notice that you'll figure that out very quickly. I mean, the first exercise you have to do, if you feel like you have received a message and you haven't replied, apologize immediately and say, I am all ears. If there's anything you have to say to me, you can say. Don't worry about it. Or reply to the actual thing if it's still relevant to some extent. I apologize. I read your message. Yeah, that's cool with me. And you can keep talking to me. I will not ignore you anymore. Right? You have to truly apologize for being unreachable. That is so fucking evil. So, the question now would be, why is it so flammable? Why is it so easy to just burn this, I don't know, a bridge system Why is it so easy to sacrifice something like this? Because it feels like it, right? If you're busy, why would you bother yourself? Well, I'm already 100% busy, but you're never 100% busy, okay? You can accumulate quests, so make sure they're completed at some point. Now, the other person might be disappointed in how you complete the quest, how fast you can do it anymore. They might be disappointed. But, well, I'm gonna tell you this one thing. I think hardly people can be disappointed in how quickly I respond to their Discord messages. I see notification very quickly. If you may ask, what is the fastest method of reply? Well, it is Discord. Congratulations. Where you're the most reachable. It's good to tell people where that is. The snap communication, what is the fastest way? Back in the day, people had relationships because there were no computers. It was just like phones. People were just using phones. It was still like reachable. But even invention of phones is actually a fake way to replace what's so precious, which is human connection. Just being confused all the time, just wandering around and hoping to reach someone in the most fundamental way. Now, it is a debate of like, is technology making it too easy for us? Or is it accelerating our progress somehow? I think we are accelerating progress, but just the smart people accelerate progress. The stupid people, they don't know how to do this. They don't know how to use technology. They just still can't figure it out. It's so hard for these fucking idiots. Again, there's this thing on. Alright? Stupid people just, they fight each other, they can't use technology. It traumatizes them somehow. That's the final thing. It's the allergy to technology that people have. They're so fucking allergic. Don't worry, babe. There's not enough men that actually want your attention. There's just a lot of men that have been rejected. Right? There's not infinite amount of men. If you can just accept all of them, you can start going to work. No. You start. You join them. Join them. That's the easiest way to do it. There's always a good solution for anyone, but like, you gotta figure it out. Same with technology, you gotta figure out how to use that thing. How to not be afraid of it in the first place. Because see, the funny thing is, like, okay, you can call someone. Do you have to call someone when you can text? It's the funniest joke ever, but like, this not a joke. When you text, the text is there. And you finally let someone go off like, okay, I can reply on my own terms. Thank you very much. You can put a second text to speed up the process if you're really fucking eager. But to call someone? Damn. It's a wonderful way to traumatize the other person. If you're very close friends, if you're an extrovert and you're making very close friends, yes, you can call them. That's the ultimate privilege. But don't expect this privilege to open all the doors for you. It is so funny to build an expectation of being unreachable. Because most of the time, if you call someone directly, you can't reach them. You shouldn't have expectation that you can just reach them. That's crazy. In a particular moment, people are in fact busy. Unless they're doing their weird ass jobs. or they literally have to answer phone calls. It's the only time it makes sense. Or they just do fucking nothing all day long. All I want to say is there's so many people like me. We have to live in some kind of anxiety bubble, hoping, praying that something fucking changes. Some magic fucking happens. Now, yes, I could take responsibility number 275 and actually build an application that helps people communicate with each other. But for fuck's sake, do I really have to do everything myself? If the answer is yes, then fuck yeah, dude. Let's build all the apps, every single app. Let's use AI. You guys are fucking useless. The best thing you did is build AI, but someone still has to learn how to use the damn thing. That would be the most embarrassing fucking thing. Hands down. It's like just like allergy to technology still haven't fucking over. Even in the rank of the smartest people out there. Still not over. They still don't see the problems, they don't see the solutions, and nothing gets done, bro. Every time, like, I talk about problems, I don't want people to be allergic. I want people to be like, yeah, let's build that thing. Let's learn how to do that thing and just fucking make it happen. Let's go. Let's figure it out. We can do it together. Never have I ever. It's no longer a problem of men and women. It's a problem of people not doing things together at all. They don't do shit. And so we circle back to the same problem of useless, meaningless, non-tangible intellectual slop. We can see a bunch of words out of our fucking mouths, but until we start doing things together, there ain't nothing gonna happen. No progress will be made. If you don't have a good plan, there's no reason to talk whatsoever. If you're not going forward with anything, if nothing's happening, I can complain. I can complain that nothing is happening, that people are just lost in their intellectual slop to the max, that they're imprisoned by it, right? Their brains are there. It's in the prison. That's what they sacrificed. While you chase possibilities, your brain stays in prison. Brain, don't worry about it, brain. Just observe, right? You give the least amount of work to your brain, and it sits there, it rots. It's not active anymore. If your brain is not connected to other people's brains, it's in prison. If your possibilities don't exist in reality, you're just fishing. You're sitting there fishing all alone. You're trying to catch a fish in isolation, in prison, and from the void of possibilities. You keep fishing. You keep hoping that, like, you keep switching the fucking channels, you're gonna get something, bro. Eventually, I'm gonna get that fucking thing, bro. I know it's there, though. See, the greatest addiction is the possibility. Ooh, the possibility is the addiction, man. When are people gonna be able to let it go? Because that's the one that fucking trips them all the most. What makes them unreachable? But there's the possibility I'm gonna be with a rich person. I'm gonna find even better person than you to talk to. I already have. I'm just building up the possibility of things happening between the person that I already have. That's literally misunderstanding of what possibilities even are. If you're not calculating the possibilities, it's 1 in a million. You're playing lottery. You're bullshitting yourself. Possibilities only happen when you become reachable. That's possibilities. So whatever people are chasing are not possibilities. It's a fucking illusion. It's self-deception. They just lose themselves. And that's it. They waste it. Like, of course, the lowest denominator of people are going to be resource destroyers. They're going to waste their resources. They're going to go back to square one with nothing in their hands. They're going to be little fucking crybabies. And eventually, more and more often, intellectual slop will just be tears down their face because they haven't achieved anything, because they wasted everything on their stupid opportunities. I mean, possibilities. That something good might happen. Why did it not happen, though? When you become reachable, possibilities slowly accumulate. So I'm not completely dead and gone, especially while I'm LARPing. That's going to be an interesting one. Hopefully it works out. Who knows? All I want to do is increase the level of possibilities that are out there and be happy with it. I can chill. I don't mind. I'm already in the motion of isolation. I can fucking handle that shit. As long as my life gets better, you don't feel the pain as much. Until someone flexes in your face. Fucking asshole. Despite all the problems that they're not willing to solve, they still manage to flex in people's faces. What's that about? So, like, everything gets destroyed, we agree on all these things, and somehow they're still better off flexing in your face. I'll give you this. You can win a game of Monopoly, like, one time. But if you choose to flex, you're no longer playing Monopoly. You're just being a winner. Being a winner, you can set yourself up to be a winner forever. Right? You can flex on people forever. But you won just one game of Monopoly. What are you flexing, bro? What is this? Right? That's what they try to do. That's the fucking trick they're trying to pull on you. Everyone is rushing to win that one game, to make that one good impression on you. And it gets increasingly more pathetic, bro. It's crazy, dude. They want to capture you for that moment and try to hold you hostage. That's their strategy. That's why it feels like you can't escape. That they're going to be still flexing on you for the rest of their lives, man. All they're doing is just winning that one time. They win that one time. If they would be winning 100 times, someone would ask you to have a relationship. That's it. Right? You would be at least, as a reachable person, you would be at least called out of like, okay, let's see what happens. No one ever tried to see what happens. And it's like, that's fucking weird, man. I can't explain their behavior. They're not winners, dude. They're definitely not winners. If anything. I can definitely does not connect. Alright, they can flex all day fucking long. But I won't be able to call them winners. And that's the end of that. Eventually, you can untangle your stupid fucking curveball. You can escape the jail. Alright? Just by sheer level of knowledge. You escape the mental prison of thinking that mistakes win and being smart is a loss in some kind of way. Being smart is pain and suffering, but for a good cause. Thank you guys for watching. Oh boy. More of the capitalism has been unveiled. I think it's a very important part of it. Because again, it's the capitalism frustration that has been explained. You can always work out your problems as long as you're not adding intellectual slop to it. As long as you're not happy with the pointing at the problem, like, I actually do know what the problem is. No one's listening, dude. No one cares. And even if they do, they will not offer you any progress past the point that you pointed at a problem. You shouldn't feel so happy making tiny bit of progress. God damn. It's not over until it's over. It's very nice to see progress. I did it. So bye. Goodbye, guys. I did progress. I don't know. It's satisfying to watch this video, but you also have to make progress and become more reachable. How are you gonna do that?